Today, we're diving into a story that's happening inside you, right now. We're going to crack open what we're calling the small intestine's absorption diary. Seriously, just think about it for a second. What if your gut could actually talk to you, tell you exactly which foods are making you feel bloated or tired? What if it could keep its own diary? Well, you're going to want to stick around, because that future, it's a lot closer than you probably think. All right, first up, let's meet the main character of our story today, the small intestine. You know, it's so easy to forget about it, but this thing is an absolute hero of our digestive system. It's a biological masterpiece, really. This is where all the magic happens, where almost all the good stuff from our food actually gets into our bodies. So how good is it at its job? Unbelievably good. We're talking about absorbing something like 95% of all the carbs and proteins you eat. It's an absolute powerhouse. It makes sure pretty much nothing useful goes to waste. And a huge part of its secret is just its sheer size. If you were to uncoil an average small intestine, it would be somewhere between 20 and 25 feet long. I mean, that's like 4 times taller than most people. All that length gives it plenty of time and real estate to get the job done right. But, okay, length isn't the whole story. The inside wall is lined with millions of these microscopic finger-like things called villi. And get this, those are covered in even tinier things called microvilli. It's like a super fluffy carpet designed to maximize surface area. It's just a brilliant biological design for soaking up every last nutrient. Okay, so that's when everything's working perfectly. But what happens when this amazing system gets thrown off? When that absorption process breaks down, it can cause a whole cascade of problems that frankly can make life miserable. And right here, this is the fork in the road between feeling great and feeling awful. Normal absorption, you don't even know it's happening. It's silent, it's efficient. But malabsorption, oh, it makes itself known. We're talking chronic, painful symptoms. It basically means your gut just isn't grabbing the nutrients as they go by. So this brings us to the big question for so many people. Your gut is screaming for help, but how do you figure out what it's saying, right? How do you connect that thing you ate for lunch to the weird symptom you get hours later? It's a huge puzzle. Well, the traditional first step is to basically become a detective. You have to start investigating your own diet. And the #1 tool for that, used by people and doctors alike, is keeping a really detailed food and symptom diary. It's all about finding the clues. Now, if you're going to do this, you have to do it right. Tip #1, be totally honest. Your doctor can't help if they don't have the real story. Tip 2, get detailed. Salad sandwich just doesn't cut it. What was on it? What kind of bread? And don't forget your drinks. Coffee, juice, whatever. And probably the most important thing, fill it out right after you eat. Because trying to remember everything at 10 p.m., yeah, good luck with that. It just doesn't work. And of course, technology has stepped in to help. You've got all these smartphone apps that make it way easier. You can scan barcodes, snap photos of your meals. Some even use AI to try and spot patterns for you. They're pretty cool. But even the fanciest apps have one giant flaw. And that flaw is us. The whole system, even with a slick app, still depends on you and me. And let's be real, our memories are terrible, we're awful at guessing portion sizes, and sometimes we fib a little. We are the weakest link, period. Okay, but this is where it gets really cool. Scientists and engineers are now working on technologies designed to take us, the unreliable humans, completely out of the equation. We're talking about a totally objective, super accurate way to track what we eat and how it affects us. You can kind of see the whole evolution right here. We started old school with pen and paper. Then we got smartphone apps, which is where most of us are now. But the next step, things like wearable AI cameras. And the final frontier, ingestible sensors, little pills that report back directly from inside your gut. So that first big leap is all about automating the food log. Just picture a tiny camera you wear, maybe on your glasses or shirt, that just sees what you're eating. An AI then looks at the pictures and figures out, okay, that's chicken. That looks like about a cup of rice. It's basically a diary that writes itself. The next level of proof is even more amazing. It's called biomarkers. Think of them like chemical fingerprints that specific foods leave behind in your body, in your urine, your blood, whatever. So this isn't about what you remember eating, it's biochemical proof. It's like dietary forensics. And that brings us to the holy grail, the ultimate goal, What if we could give the gut the power to write its own diary? Welcome to the wild world of ingestible electronics. Yeah, you heard that right. We're talking about swallowing a tiny smart pill that just travels right through you. And on its journey, it can do incredible things. Measure the pH, the temperature, check for certain gases, track how well you're absorbing nutrients. It can even spot imbalances in your gut bacteria. And the whole time, it's wirelessly sending all that info straight to your phone or smartwatch. It's mind-blowing. This quote from one of the research papers just nails it. Think about it. For all of history, what happens inside our gut has been a total mystery, a black box. We eat food, stuff happens, and we just hope for the best. But with this tech, that box gets smashed open. It becomes a transparent, monitorable bioreactor. We can actually see what's going on. And really, this is the future we're heading towards, a world where there's a direct conversation happening between the food you eat and your body. A system where you can see almost instantly how that bite of pizza or that salad is affecting your internal world. So that brings us full circle, back to that first question. If your gut could finally talk to you, if it could give you a perfect, brutally honest report every day, what's the first thing you would ask it? Really think about that. Thanks for tuning in.
Okay, so let's dive into your body's most detailed internal record keeper, your gut.
Well, surprise, it actually does, and it's been doing it your entire life.
Yep, a full 95% of the carbs and proteins you eat are logged right here.
So think of it less as a tube and more as a super efficient diarist.
Stretching out to about 20 feet, its whole purpose is to absorb nutrients from your food.
And this diary is written in 3 parts, each one playing a really specific role.
Each section is a specialist, making sure no important nutrients are left behind.
But what happens when this perfect system fails? When there are smudges in the diary?
That's when you get something called malabsorption, causing all sorts of digestive issues.
Yeah, instead of fueling your body, those nutrients just stick around and cause problems.
Think of these uncomfortable symptoms as your body's version of an error message.
So to decode those errors, we basically have to become detectives ourselves.
And like the experts say, our memories aren't great. A written log reveals hidden patterns. Doing these 3 simple things makes your diary a super useful tool for your doctor. Okay, but now this detective work is getting a major upgrade, from paper to your phone.
Modern apps make this tracking easier and way more powerful than ever before.
What's really incredible is how AI can find correlations you might totally miss on your own. But what if we could read the body's original diary directly, in real time? Well, that's the next frontier. Technology that doesn't guess, it actually measures what's happening inside. Researchers at MIT have even developed these simple gelatin-based sensors to do just that. I mean, these things give us a totally unprecedented real-time look at our own digestion. So, the big shift here is moving from just reacting to being truly proactive about our health. Seriously? Think about that. We're on the verge of having a direct conversation with our own biology.